Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Jerry Stamps. Today I went to Bridlington. I haven't been for quite a while. The weather wasn't very good, to be honest with you, but I went into the local collectible shop and I managed to pick up this pack of stamps. It says on there that it's China, etc. I haven't opened it yet, so let's open it and find out what's inside. So the first thing we come to is this rather nice pack here with Chinese postage stamps. So let's take a very quick look at these. These are quite nice. So we've got a 2, I think it's yen, isn't it, in China, not 100%. Then we have the 5, the 8 there, these are Republic of China. 10, a 2, tropical tomato. I've never seen one of those before. Another type of tomato, and I think that is there. So if I move down and across, it's a rather unusual stamp. I'm not too sure what that is. I'm guessing these are types of bowl that were made in China. I do like these ones on the bottom, like some sort of plate or something down there, and another kind of bowl. I'm not too sure what that is. Yeah, I do like the ones on the bottom there, quite nice them. So that's that, guys. I haven't taken it out of the packet. And then I've just turned it over so you can see what's on the back. And I'll just zoom in so you can read those. So unfortunately I can't read Chinese, but I'm sure one or two of you watching probably can, or probably are Chinese. Next we have this, what I think is a first day cover, but I'm not 100% sure yet. FDC, first day cover, just seen it there. So that's quite nice. That's a nice view there. These are from 1997. No idea where that is, but I'm sure somebody watching will know where that is. But it's a very nice cover. I do like that. Next we have this page of stamps. So the first one there is overprinted with 10,000, I think that is. There's one there of the Great Wall of China. That's been overprinted as well, I think. It's quite a nice stamp. I'm guessing that one's an airmail. I'm sorry I don't know too much about Chinese stamps at the moment, but once I get around to doing them in my world collection, I will learn a bit more and hopefully be able to tell you a bit more. I do like the aircraft ones, they're quite nice, those. So that's those. The next thing we have is these Chinese postage stamps. Rather annoyingly, they are stuck to the cardboard, so I'm going to have to soak these off. But they're quite nice nonetheless. Nice sort of mountain, sort of forest scenes. Yeah, I like those a lot. Those are quite nice. I'll just show you what's on the reverse. Pretty much the same as what was on the other one. Another first day cover there. This one's quite interesting as it's signed. It's got people's signatures on. I don't know if they're genuine signatures or if they've been printed on there. So anybody that knows, you can tell me, please do let me know. But they're from the General Assembly of Seoul in 1986. Organizing Bureau. So I don't know if, like I say, if they're genuine signatures or if they've just been printed on there. The stamps themselves are quite nice though. I do particularly like that one there of the cartoon tiger there. So that's quite nice. Moving down to the next one. Yep. We have some sports there. Some quite nice stamps. Again, it's got autographs or signatures, whatever you want to call them, on there. Again, I don't know if they're genuine or printed or whatever. Now, I think this was full of Chinese stamps, but unfortunately, they've all fallen out into the packet. So that's a bit of a nuisance. I noticed these two are upside down, so I've just corrected that. Quite nice stamps, these Chinese ones. Oh, they're upside down too. That's better. Those are quite nice, not too bad. And then there's these two on the other side. Not too sure what they're depicting there, but they're quite nice. The next item, rather nice letter by Airmail. And if we go across, we can see the stamps there and a postmark. Takanawa, I think that says. It's quite nice. So that's that. Now, I'm a bit confused about that. I don't know if these are Japanese or Chinese now. Anyway, we'll have a look at them. I'm sure one viewer out there will be able to tell me. They're quite nice. I think these might be Japanese, I'm not 100% sure. They're quite nice. These next stamps are from Mongolia. I do quite like these ones with the chess. I'm guessing these are chess masters on them. Never seen these before. So those are quite interesting. Yeah, I do like those. And then we have this, what seems to be a space theme stamp here. I hope they didn't send that poor doggy into space, but I'm guessing they probably did. Yeah, those are quite nice. I like those. Some more Mongolian stamps. Guessing that's some kind of instrument there. No idea what that's called, but quite interesting. And then these next ones are to do with the Olympics, I think, or something along those lines. Those are quite nice. I'll just zoom in so you can see them. Yeah, quite like them. It says Japan at the top, so I'm guessing these are Japanese. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. Not bad. Yeah, those are quite nice. I have a page of Chinese stamps, so I'll quickly show you these. I do like that 10 yen or whatever it is stamp there. That's quite nice. Never seen that one before. Guessing that's some sort of airmail stamp there. And the next one. Quite nice stamps there. I do like the ones with the birds on. Some more Chinese stamps. These are quite nice. I'm hoping you're enjoying the chorus once again of my blackbird friend. Oh, and the pigeons just started as well. Yep, those are quite nice stamps. Next we have a few stamps from Mongolia again. That's quite a nice one there from 1978, I think that is. Could be 6. I think that's a St. Bernard. And then we have that stamp again where I think they might have sent that poor dog into space. Oops. There we have a group of people there having a bit of a sing-song and playing in instruments and things. So that's those three. Those are quite nice. I do like them. Very colourful, the Mongolian stamps. Especially that one there. I do like that. Very nice. Next I have this part sheet of stamps from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And as you can see, it's some sort of space theme there. So I'll just zoom out so you can see the bit of the sheet there. So as you can see, there's 12 stamps there. Yeah, I quite like those. Next I have this sheet of stamps here from Yemen. So I'm going to zoom in now and take a closer look. Those are quite nice. So when I eventually get to Yemen, which will be next year probably, knowing me, I shall add this to that section of the album. But yeah, those are quite nice. I do like those. So that's those guys. Next we have another mini sheet, or whatever you want to call them now, I've forgotten, of World Cup winners. These from the Korea as well. So if I start with this stamp, we have Uruguay on the 5, Italy on the 10, West Germany on the 15, Brazil on the 25, England, yay, 1996, and who's that? Italy, 1978. So that's those. Another first day cover. Don't know if you can see that, but that's, let's see if I can move that. That's holographic. See, I don't know if it's picking it up that well, but there is a hologram there. Then if I move over, we can have a look at the postmark and the actual stamp. Those are quite nice. 2001. China. So that's quite nice. And this one is more or less the same. Only the hologram is slightly different, I think. So we're just going to see if you can see what this one is. I don't know if you saw that. I'll quickly just show you the postmark and the stamp again. There we are. So that's that. So I have another part sheet here from the courier. There's 9 there. So I'll just zoom in so you can have a closer look at the stamp itself from 1970. Yeah, not bad. So that's those. Courier again. So we have 8 stamps there. Something to do with the Olympics, I think, but that's about all I can tell you, because I can't read any of that. But yeah, quite nice stamps. Here we have another 8 stamps from Korea, with a space theme there. Those are quite nice. Next we have a sheet of 20 stamps from Mongolia. And they've got some sort of wrestling on them, I think. We'll take a closer look. So there's the postmark and the stamps themselves. So they're not too bad. So here we have another first day cover. There's the stamp itself. That's quite a nice stamp there of some sort of snake, 1989. And then I quite like that postmark. That's quite a nice postmark, that. Or cancel, or whatever you want to call it. So that's that. I do like that. This is something to commemorate Philatelic week in 1975. You can't read any of that writing. So what I will do is I'll zoom in so you can see the stamp itself. And the nice postmark there, or cancel. Do like that. So the next lot of 9 stamps here are from Nepal. And I'll just zoom in so you can see that. Oh. Those are quite nice. These are from 1988. Do quite like them. The next block of 4 stamps here are from the Yemen Arab Republic. Those are quite nice. Now this I've never seen before. This is like a little booklet, and this is to celebrate the centenary of Japan's admission to the International Telecommunication Union. And if you open it up, bear with me. So if you open it up, that's what's inside. So we've got information there about it in English and Chinese by the looks of things. And if I go over there, that's the actual stamp itself. That's quite nice, a 50 Nippon. And then the postmark too. Do you like that? That's quite nice. And then I'm guessing that's a bit more information there in Chinese. So I can't read any of that, I'm afraid. But very nice, I do like that. And that's just the back. So that's that. Another type of those little booklet things. This one's Modern Japanese Art Series postage stamps. So I'll just quickly open that one up. So there we are. Some information about the stamps there in Chinese and in English. So I'll have a read of those later. That's the actual stamps. Those are quite nice. I do like them. And then we have the postmark there, or cancel. Never seen that one before. That's quite a nice one. And then again, we have some more information there in Chinese. And then that's the back. So that's that one. Now, my mother will love this postcard, but she's not having it. It's of an owl of some kind. Not too sure what kind of owl that is. My bird brain isn't working. But if I zoom in there, you can see a really nice stamp there of an owl poking its head out. I do like that a lot. My wife's nickname for me is Owl, because she says I'm old and wise. I think she's just being nice to me. Or she's just being very cheeky, one or the other. Next item, a stamp from Dominica, and it's depicting the drying of cocoa. It's a 1 cent. I do like that. Now, this is a very interesting stamp. I've never seen this before. 5 ore, I'm guessing that's the currency. I can't tell you anything else about that, I'm afraid. But that's very interesting. I wonder if one of my viewers knows any more than I do. The next item is this rather nice first day cover. So this is the national census. And if we go over there, it's rather a nice stamp. 1960. 3 cent. Then we've got another interesting postmark there, or cancel. I do quite like that. And that's the whole thing there. Another first day cover. So I'm just going to quickly zoom in a little bit. So this is May the 1st, 1961. I'm guessing that green bit there underneath the shovel is depicting China, or some islands of China perhaps, I'm not too sure. But yeah, quite interesting. And if I move over, that's the stamp. It's quite a nice stamp, that one. And if I move down a little bit, we've got rather a nice postmark or cancel there. So I do quite like that. Now, this next item, I have no idea what on earth this is, but it did come in the pack. So it says there, Los Angeles Olympic Organizing Committee. But here's a rather interesting little drawing there. Shooting rapid fire pistol, the men. So, no idea what that is. So if anybody does know, please do leave a comment and, if you do know. Is it a signature? I personally have no idea. But that's quite nice. Very similar thing here. The same sort of bit on that side. If we move over to this time it's wrestling, freestyle, and then gold, silver and bronze. And I'm wondering if it's someone that's used it to write down the name of the guy, or lady in this case, which it may be, I don't know. So anyway, who won? Bronze. Or if that's an actual signature of the man or woman themselves. I don't know, might have to investigate those further. But quite interesting, I do like that. Here we have another one of these first day covers. So I'll just zoom in so you can see the stamp and the postmark there. And if I zoom out a little bit and see if I can wiggle this, do excuse my hand in the picture there, but you can see the hologram there. Not very good, I know, but so that's that one. Here's one for Wolfie if he's watching. Guernsey. Although I know Wolfie prefers the Jersey ones, I think, but not too far away, Guernsey. That's a nice one there. Elizabeth of Earth, 5D. First even 5D. And then I've got these rather nice airmail letters. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly zoom in so you can see the stamp there. And the postmarks. That's quite nice. So that's that one. And then moving down, the stamps and postmark are down here. These ones are from Japan. I do like those stamps at the bottom there. Quite nice. So that's that. Another letter here with a printed matter. And there's the stamps there. I think they're Japanese, or Nippon's Japan. Yep. So that's that one. And then this one has got these stamps on. And Japanese postmark there. So that's those. Those are quite nice. We have a couple more. That's the stamps and postmarks. If I zoom out, that's the actual letter itself by airmail. Then I have one more or less exactly the same down here. Only one or two of the stamps are slightly different. So that's those. Very nice. Now then, this one's quite interesting. I do like the stamps there at the top and the postmarks. Again, this one's an airmail. But what's rather interesting about this one is it's going to a well-known hair shampoo company. Where it's from there. So Weller. I'm sure most of you have heard of Weller. So that's quite interesting. And then finally, we have a shot of the stamps that are left in the bag. These are all loose. So that's what's left in the bag. And then just there you can see that the whole lot cost me £8. So, don't think that was a too bad price, to be honest with you. And that's the end of the video, guys. I sure hope you did like the video. If you did like it, please do subscribe. Please do leave comments and likes, and I shall see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.